You're listening to The Startup with Monique LeRae, only on LA Talk Radio.
Angeles, it's Monique LeRae. This is The Startup with Monique LeRae, coming to you live from my room here in the Bellagio. As you can see, beautiful Las Vegas is right behind me, and I'm so jazzed to be out here, guys. It's a beautiful day, and we have amazing guests today on the show and a lot of stuff to cover. So I want to just go over a couple things, but before we do that, I'm going to slide the frame over so you can see who's with me today. You guys know her as just a beautiful person, an author, a teacher. Roselyn Kasmire is in the house, guys.
Hey!
How's it going? All right, you guys will have to bear with us with the lighting and everything. I want to show you the beautiful view and my beautiful friends. So introduce yourself for people who don't know who you are, Rose.
Okay, my name is Roselyn Kasmire. I'm a special education teacher, children's author, and actress as well.
Nice. So why don't you tell everyone what you've been working on from the last time we spoke? I think it's been about a month.
Yeah, so right now on Amazon Prime, Diary of a Lunatic is free if you have Amazon Prime, and you can see me as young Silky. My 2021 book is out too, and you can get that on Walmart, Barnes & Noble, online. Also, I'm working on my newest novel. So I am.
Is this breaking news?
This is breaking news.
I don't think you told me that.
It's going to be the next Harry Potter / Percy Jackson book for
young
adults.
We were just at the pool. Why didn't you tell me, damn it?
I was waiting for it.
I love this. All right, here's your moment.
I'm not going to tell the title yet because it's not completely finished, but I have about 90 pages done. And I want it to be a book that is under 120 pages because I know as a child, especially in junior high, when I saw the big books, I'm gonna go watch cartoons. No, I like the Chronicles of Narnia. Anything like under 150 pages, I love to read. Just because my attention span, I couldn't keep track. So I'd be like, I was one of those kids. I'll wait for the movie. So I want it to be a fun read for kids that are junior high and just an adventure-packed story.
When did the Narnia book come out? You just took me way back to like 96 or something.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Or like 95. When did it come out, you guys?
I used to love a magic and wizards and different worlds.
Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my.
All right, you guys. So listen, I want to recap some brands that we saw at Oscars week. Rose couldn't make it out this time. Maybe you'll come out for Emmys week.
I would love to.
You missed a good bag.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm wearing some of this stuff. Yes, I am a brand promoter. You know, I believe in all the brands we bring in. We had some badass brands this year. Listen, look who we had. We had LifeVac.
Ooh.
Like, you know, when you're having that piece of steak or that chicken or whatever, you don't have to die now because LifeVac is here.
Explain how this works.
I have not played with it, guys, at LifeVac, but I did keep one. And I heard from the makers, the owners, the creators, and the inventors that they just saved another child's life last week with this thing. So you'll have to go through the pack and kind of play with it. But instead of like thrusting your chest against if you're a single person, we're single people.
Yeah. So you can just do it yourself.
Yeah, you just.
Oh my God! I wish I had one of those in June. I was in. Let me tell you the story. This is crazy. Freshman year, I just got my braces on. Freshman year, when you get your braces on, it hurts, and I had the headgear, and I had to take the headgear, and I didn't want to eat the cheeseburger, so I swallowed it in a big piece, and I was freshman. So this young boy that sat next to me had to do the Heimlich maneuver because I didn't want to eat my cheeseburger all the way because it hurt when I chewed. And he saved my life on choking.
You'll never forget it.
No, I know.
It's traumatizing.
I know, but this is amazing. So you can do it yourself.
Yes.
So you probably put it on your chest and you thrust like that.
We're going to have to read the instructions and go through this. Just place, push, and pull to save a life. So it looks like you're going to place it,
there,
push, and
then
pull.
You probably
We're going to do a demo one day, but LifeVac is coming back on the show, so I'll have them do the demo.
I would love
they're the experts. That. Yeah, but this is a badass brand. Shout out to LifeVac, you guys.
LifeVac.
That's awesome. Another really great brand that I can't get enough of. You just got a sample.
I did.
Lena Laced. It's CBD.
I can't wait to use the
skincare. Oh, I know. This is the pineapple stuff. Give me your hand. Let's see. All right. Let's see. You guys, this stuff is.
Oh wow.
Look at how high. It's like body
Oh my
butter.
God.
It like melts in.
And my hands are so dry from the desert right now.
I know. It's
what?
true. I know. I'm always ashy.
My
guys.
wrinkles just went away.
I don't know if we can promise that.
What?
You don't have any wrinkles. Look at the
Oh,
skin, guys.
stop. Look at that. No, look at that's crepey skin. And
Show.
that's not.
I don't know if they can see
Okay,
it.
so I had crepey skin from the dry of the desert, but look at I'm glistening now.
Now you're shining.
I'm shining.
Lena Lace. All right, you liked my headband, right?
I do.
That was another thing that was in the bag this year.
That's
This is
cool.
from Swiminista. Shout out to Swiminista. She said you could use it as a little, you could use it as a headband. You could use a drawstring to make tighter.
And it
You
looks
could
like
put it
we
around your
can go
neck.
swimming with that.
Yes, I'm
It's
an old
like-
20s synchronized swimmer.
You look adorable. I
Thank you,
love
darling.
it, darling.
You didn't know in my other life.
You look so classy.
Oh, thank you. And I really love this shirt. You're gonna trip out when I tell you.
Okay.
Feel this shirt. Does it feel like a regular shirt? to you?
Yeah, it's nice. It's
like
a really
that shirt,
nice
right, guys?
material. It's like feels like the polyester. It's like, like the soft polyester.
Guess what's made of?
What? No.
Recycled bottles.
Seriously?
You know I'm a hippie. I effing love an environmental situation.
Yeah.
Yes, it's made of recycled materials from bottles, and this is from Superbad. Shout out to Superbad. We're here in your
How
town,
do we
Superbad.
order a shirt like that? Because that is really nice.
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
Superbad's gonna have to send us a link to how people can order their shirts.
Same with I like this cream.
I know there's so many things. I couldn't bring everything on the plane, but now you have a sample. Superbad, by the way, is a cannabis brand. So we have CBD skincare, but this is actually pre-rolled of your premium cannabis.
That's amazing.
So whenever you're in Nevada or California soon, you can get your pre-rolls and smoke a joint. Yes, if you don't drink, So anyway, there was a lot of brands. I'm super grateful to everyone that participated and supported, and we met some really cool startups. And you're gonna have to come in these. It's in September. You're gonna come?
I love to come. Yeah,
You promise?
I would love to. Yeah, I try. I want to go. Who doesn't want to go?
I love you. Well, you do really good. Last time you came,
that's
it was
fine.
you, Marty, Leah, and I like passed out.
I know.
I was really tired, Rose.
It was really fun though.
Well, I'm doing all the stuff, guys, so it takes a lot of energy. Like I said, Roselyn, I think you're the only person that can get on a plane and handle different time zones like a gangster.
I try.
Yeah, you're the only person that can keep up with me. I'm like, hey, where are you
ADHD. I don't know.
It's going in style. All right, guys, I want to give you an update before our special guest comes on. We're going to talk to Rose about her booking and authoring, and I want to talk to you about distribution stuff.
Okay, let's do it.
Why don't I'll give you guys an update real quick. The Pandemic Project documentary has received its first laurel. If you guys don't know what a laurel is, it's the little flower, like the Roman style appendage around your movie trailer posters.
Ooh,
yes.
congratulations.
Thank you. We got selected at the Venice Shorts Film Festival for Best Trailer. We did not win, but we got selected. And I'm
Doesn't
still
matter.
editing.
As long as you get selected, who cares?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, people are, interested in
Well,
doing
you know
it.
about that because you're like in films. I'm just breaking in. I'm a
Yeah.
TV person.
I know, but you're awesome.
You're
She
awesome.
knows everything. She does
I
everything.
don't. I know. This part I'm novice. I will say. Thank you for the compliment. I'm confident in television and reality shows and game shows because that's what I've done for 21 years. But documentaries, I'm learning.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I've told Monique to write a book many years ago.
I have 2 or 3 books. I got one on dating too. We were just talking about dating apps.
I know.
Shout out to dating apps. We're not going to say their name because we don't want to get a letter from them. But one of the dating apps that I'm on is a hot mess. And I was able to kind of come up with a book. I have like a toilet read, like a tableside book that you can, if you're having appetizers, you can read it.
I think
be
those
done.
are great.
Yeah. Like how thick would it be? It'd be like, you said 150 pages?
Yeah. No, don't do it too many because people. I don't know. I'm just one.
Oh,
person.
there's a lot of stories.
Well,
I'm oily though.
But if you have like different stories, so like each story is its own page, like little,
Oh, I know, like chapter 1, the guy that lived in his ceiling.
See?
Or chapter 2, the guy that left you in the canyon after date. Ooh, yeah.
That's
no, it's hilarious. But it was hilarious.
But by yourself? Was it at night?
Oh yeah, but it was hilarious. I'm not gonna give it all away. I want to sell my book.
Okay.
Anyway, we just went down a rabbit hole. But I want to also say, thank you for the support, guys. I think we're almost at 1,000 likes for the Pandemic Project documentary trailer. We're still editing it, so it's an honor to get that laurel while we haven't even finished the film.
And she's been traveling all over.
Yeah,
like this girl has been going all over, and now she's going to other countries, which is going to be really interesting to see how they handle it. And,
don't you think?
Yeah, from different countries, because we hear a lot about in the U.S., but we don't really hear about
what's going on somewhere else.
This is good.
I think so too. We got to mark this in history, guys, because guess what? We're not going to be here in 100 years, and if we are still here in 100 years, that's going to be a problem. So
hold on, Elon Musk is trying to get us to stay here.
I know you're going to be on a spaceship up there.
I love it.
Come back and let me know how it goes. I'll send you guys some wine. I don't want to be here in 100 years, guys, but I want to document this for our children's, or dogs, or whoever we have that we might have.
That's true.
We're both single gals, guys.
I have fur babies.
Yes. Rose, you're single. You should shoot your shot. Guys, anybody want to date Rose? Now it's becoming a dating show here on the Startup. But anyway, give us an update on your books, because specifically speaking, I really wanted you to talk to those people who have had time to sit this last year and write their book and kind of journal their life. How does one get a distribution? How did you get into Walmart?
Well, okay, so first of all, I self-publish. So self-publishing is a great way, especially if you don't have like an agent or you're already well-known. It's very difficult to get like a big deal publishing.
Houston, what is it?
Simon Schuster or Scholastic. Like, you either need to know somebody or an agent, or you already a celebrity. I hate to say it, but
you got one thing you leverage to the next thing.
Exactly. So, but for people who are inspiring writers or who love to write, you can always self-publish your work, and that's a great way to get started and getting into the business. And then if people like your work, they're going to buy it, and then you build a fan club.
I love that. So how many years from top to bottom would you say, because this is 2021, it's about to be summer, so almost 6 months into the year, top to bottom, how long would someone anticipate to do that? I mean, every subject matter is different. Every book is different.
So like I have six children books that are illustrated by different authors, and it took about 6 months from finding the illustrator, doing it, and then finding coming up with the money and then getting it distributed. So it takes about 6 to almost a year to get a complete final copy.
Okay, that's good.
And to self-publish, there's different avenues that you can go. But I went through Mascot Books, and it's about $4,800 to get 1,000 books printed. But then that's your book, so you definitely have to go out and hustle.
You have to have hustle if you're going to be self-published.
That's the thing.
That's the thing, guys. You can do these things. You can do anything. You do the Oscar Celebrity Gifting Suite with us, and I can put you in front of people and get your brand, but you have to do follow-up. And you have to, get your press release out, or your EPK, your electronic press kit. You have to.
Can't they hire you? Can't they hire you?
You see how busy I am.
She would be perfect.
I do it for certain, but I would love to do it for everyone. And maybe, with our fellowship company, guys, I've been pitching the fellowship company to you for the last few weeks and months. And that's an anchor, a leg, if you will, from Capricornus Media that helps you gain visibility and launch your brand online.
I think that's great. And that's like one of your skills that you're amazing at.
I love you. Thank
Marketing.
You. Taking it from someone that's distributed in Walmart.
Oh, stop.
Shouts out. Meow, meow. We need that little horn. Meow, meow.
Well, if you do, if you have any children or you have any friends that have kids or great gifts, all my books are entertaining, and there's a lesson for each story. So it's a story that kids can learn and grow from. I also have lesson plans for certain books that I broke it down from birth 3, 4 to 5, and 6 to 8, so you can reuse that book. So you read a book and you put it away, but as the child grows, there's different things that they can learn from.
That's really dope. Like when you're growing and they mark your head at the kitchen.
So there's different lessons
for each stage.
Exactly. There's a new lesson plan for this. Let's do this. As the child grows. Yeah,
I love that.
Thank you.
Speaking of children, it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Happy Mother's Day to all, and especially fur babies too.
And fur baby. Yeah, fur baby mamas.
Yeah.
Mama, baby mama.
But you're still mama. You got to take care of them.
That's right. Well, are we the only heathens that are in Vegas on Mother's Day? Who are we? What are we doing? Did you call your mother?
I did.
Good.
I did.
She's in Buffalo. You're from Buffalo. Do people know that?
Yes. I live in Buffalo, New York. I'm originally from New Jersey, but I moved to Buffalo in the summer of 1994. I came there in my senior year of high school. Senior year.
Did you get in the Volkswagen and drive up there?
No, I had a Toyota Tercel.
Nice.
Nice.
Those were the bomb back then.
I know. I used to pack that car full of people.
All right, guys. So if you're not following us, please get your phone out and follow us on Instagram. Rose, give everybody your handles.
All right. Roselyn Kasmire. Roselyn Kasmire. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, author Roselyn Kasmire. And then for my website, it's roselynkasmire.com. So feel free, check out some of the books. I have like some of the illustrations already on. I have beautiful illustrations.
Yeah.
Each illustrator is different. They have their own style. So you'll like that. So you can definitely see them.
How do you choose them?
By looking at the different artwork, like and seeing what kind of type of style artwork they do.
Right.
Like my magic books, I had Michael Alvarez, and then like for Buffalo Bills, Michael Biondo for Pancho Power.
Pancho Power,
based on a real super fan.
Yeah.
I
like that book.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a good book.
It's based on him, and he did pass away of cancer, but he was able to see the story and come to life before he passed away. So and now his legacy will live on forever, just like a book lives on forever and never dies. So
ever.
And that was what he wanted. So I'm glad.
Maybe you should do that. Maybe you should travel the world with me while I'm doing the pandemic film. You could just like go in each city and find the next poncho in each city.
No, that could be a good idea.
Like the local celebrity. I'm a casting person. That's how I am. But
I know. She's amazing.
I love you.
What else was I gonna tell you? And then Blair Russin, he does like old school drawings, and he did the Adventures of Jasper. So they're very all written out, but it has like that old feel. So it's cool to have different illustrators for the different books.
Do you know right away when you see their work, you're like, yep, that's the one. Or does it take, like, what's your process, your method of choosing? Is it, you have a conversation with them? Yeah. You ask them what the next thing they're working on? Like, how do you
definitely a conversation, because it's like a married relationship. You have to trust them, because they are going to turn your words into visual pictures that embraces it. So you kind of have to talk to them what you're looking for, and to have that dialogue.
Nice.
Yeah, open communication. Oh. Like a marriage, right?
You kind of are. Is that why at the end of the week, if you have a lot of brand partners, you're exhausted? Because you're pouring out your creativity, and they're pouring it into you, and you guys are. All right. We have a couple more minutes before you go. I know that Roselyn has to get back out here, guys. Look at this. Vegas, baby.
Look at how the Eiffel Tower. I feel like we're in Paris, but we're really not.
That's called the Vegas Eiffel Tower. So we have a few more minutes with her, but I want to tell you about. Your phone's over there. You guys, I just had her download a new app called Symposium. Symposium. Do you understand what it's about? I could tell everybody.
Yeah, tell everybody, because I just downloaded it and I haven't had a chance to play around with it.
All right. So one of my really good friends, Troy Rakis, and his partner started Symposium recently. And if you have a skill, you have skills. Mm-hmm. Authoring, teaching, acting. Mm-hmm. And if you want to make some side money, if things are slow, or even if they're not slow, you just want to make a little more cash. You want to travel a little more. Maybe you want to go to the real Eiffel Tower. Mm-hmm. You can sign up on Symposium and launch your teaching there. So it's a marketplace for your skills. So if you put your platform up, your name, your picture, what you're offering, and your price, you can set your own schedule, and people who want to hear from you and learn from you can book you. And I love that.
I know, that is really cool.
What a good idea at this moment in time.
Especially since everything's kind of virtual, so it works perfect.
Yeah, and I don't think people are going to return to the regular if they do really well in something like this.
Yeah.
What would you do on Symposium, just from hearing that?
I could definitely do teaching and modifications of helping students. I can also do,
you can writing help the teachers
and writing workshops.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Because everybody's teaching, and you heard about those bubbles, right? Those pods, like those teaching pods.
No,
some families don't want their kids to intermix anymore because of the corona.
Oh.
And they are having like teaching pods. So only certain kids are coming. I guess it's really expensive. You can charge top dollar.
I had no idea. So what do? They go into
Yeah, they just like have a couple kids outside, and there's one teacher or virtually, and then they go home, and they're like in a bubble together.
Oh.
Like they only interact with each other for school.
Yeah.
And then that's it. That's their
I have
that's
to
their
look this
tribe.
up. And where are they doing this? I had no
I
idea.
think up in I think in NorCal, they've done some test pods. Look it up, Google it, you guys. Anybody
pods.
remember this? Yes. Shout out to Lady Ray J in St. Louis. Hi, Lady Ray J, TOKOVL Radio. Thank you for the Roku connection and streaming us there through TOKOVL Radio with Lady Ray J. We have a lot of fans and viewers in St. Louis.
Wow, I love St. Louis.
You've been there?
Yeah, it's been a while though.
They have a really good large sandwiches. Their portions are crazy.
I love traveling. Well, so do you.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll meet you in St. Louis.
All right, when you going?
I don't know, but I like it there. So guys, what do you want to hear from Rose? Next time she comes, why don't you type in some questions and ask author Rose? I'm sure that you could give a few more tips for people who are, let's say they have all their chapters, they've got the illustrations down, they aren't sure if they're going to self-publish.
Okay,
so they don't know if they're good.
The best thing to do if you have all those things is research it and figure it out, like which avenue, because everyone, like picture books are different from like if you're just doing a chapter book, or so the cost is less.
Yeah.
Chapter book, I mean, a picture books is more because you have the print, the color, the glossy pages. So it might even be less for chapter books. So definitely do your research. There's so much like printing, different companies, and just research for what you are doing. Because everyone has a different genre or a different avenue.
That's true. And there's a lot of research out there.
Exactly.
And sign up on Symposium, guys. All right.
That would be another good one.
What do you mean?
Like if there is someone that's like a publisher and like
to help someone with this.
Yeah.
All right. Any authors out there? Check out symposiumus.com and sign up.
All right.
All right. So you're gonna go hit the strip.
I am.
I'm gonna meet with Christy Bus from she's got a new line.
I think I'm gonna go to Nobu and have the shrimp.
Oh, shout out to Nobu. You just gave them some free press. There you go. I want them to pay us. We're not there yet. Shout out to Nobu. We love you guys.
I do love the shrimp there.
Yeah, the shrimp. She was craving it. You've been craving it.
Yeah. What were you going to say? I just cut you off.
No, you didn't. But I was going to say Christy Bus just came out with a line. And this is the primer. It's good for the sun here. So we'll have to put some on you before you go back out.
And it's tinted.
It's tinted primer. Yes.
Tinted primer shade.
So we're going to get her started. So I'm going to let you go.
Okay.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for having me on the show. Yay. And have fun and happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Yay. All right, Rose. Good to see you.
You too.
All right. All right, guys. If you haven't followed her already, please follow Rose on Instagram, Twitter, the 4 horsemen, the 3 horsemen. That's right. Roselyn Kasmire, and check her books out. All right, guys, before I bring my next guest up, I want to give a special shout out to Michael Solberg Family Wines and say thank you so much for your generosity with all the events. They were a hit as usual. The rosé was always great. People love it. And they continue to be a household name at all of our events, and we can't wait to have them back. Shout out to Casa LA. They have a charity coming up here in the next week, and I'll be posting about that. We're happy to donate some products to them. And La Casa del Camino in Laguna Beach. If you need a staycation, La Casa del Camino is the place in historic downtown Laguna Beach. And it's got a mission vibe. It's beautiful. So yes, shout out to Vegas and the Bellagio. Thanks for the upgrade and the view. I really appreciate it. All right, guys, if you're not following me already, why not follow me on Instagram at Monique, LORESTINSON, or the Startup with Monique Leray. And you can follow me on Cap Aquarius Media. That's where all our events are announced and placements. And we just launched a page for the swag bags, so items that you might find there. And we're going to do a little more luxurious posting on there, and that's swag and sponsors. So without further ado, I think we have our main guest today. Ronan, is Christy on the line? All right. Well, we're going to wait till she dials in because we definitely want to hear from Christy. Guys, I'm really excited about the next city we're going to go to for the pandemic film. That's the international version that Rosen was mentioning for the pandemic documentary, and that is Kingston, Jamaica. I was in the Caribbean last month, and we're going back. You kind of have to go with the travel flow, ebbs and flows of this thing. We were going to be in Europe this next week, but I'm going to push that back to next month. Like I said, there's trial and error when it comes to getting in and out of the country and navigating safely and productively, and I'm only going to do it that way. So that's the update on the pandemic film. But if you know anyone in the Kingston area, anyone in Canada, anyone in Europe or in Asia that would want to be filmed or interviewed, that's a startup business, a survivor of COVID, or has a story overall of how they've been weathering this global storm, if you will, we would love to hear from them. So you can email me at capaquariusmedia@gmail.com, and we will do a Zoom and pre-qualify you for the film if your story is something we're interested in. It's a documentary. You're not getting paid for it. We just want real people and real stories, and we'll get back to you. All right. Let's see if my guest is on. Ronan, how are you doing over there? Shout out to Ronan. He's running all the things behind the scenes. All right. Guys, we have a couple things coming up. I want to tell you about Casa LA. We have a gamers event every month. I'm actually going to post some of this stuff on the Instagram page so you guys can see exactly what we're doing. But if you're a gamer, video player, if you have an app that you're about to launch, or you just launched, get in contact with me because I want to put you in contact with this event. And we've got a lot of charity work to do as well. Fuck Cancer is one of them coming up here this year, if you're interested in that. Also, we have Emmy's Week, Celebrity Gifting Suite, and that'll be September 17th in Hollywood, California. So if you have a startup brand and you command celebrity and influencer attention, and you want them to try your products, you want to take pictures with them, you want photo assets and marketing assets to help you further your visibility, reach out to us, okay? Cap Aquarius Media, that's Cap, C-A-P, Aquarius, media@gmail.com. Capricorn Aquarius, right? Yeah, I think that's it. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, that's where I'm uploading all these shows. We convert them up there, and I'll be filling in the details really soon so you know which show is which. But you can follow me on Latchkey Kid Films by Monique LeRae. I think it's by Monique LeRae Stinson, actually, and you'll see the Pandemic Project trailer. You'll see the shows from here. You'll see all of it. So we're excited to have you view these, even if you don't catch it live here on Facebook via StreamYard. What's up, Ronan? Is Christy here? I'm checking to see. She's signing in, guys. She's going to be here. She's making us wait, which we don't mind waiting for her. But while we are waiting, check her out on Instagram, guys. Christy C Bus, B-U-S-S. And, her primer here is really interesting because it's not as heavy as some might be. And it actually covers the skin really good. It's got a tint to it. You can't really see in this lighting. But it has SPF in it, which I really like. And this is like, pharmaceutical grade, she's saying, clinical grade, skincare. So we're really excited to be one of the first people to try Christy C Bus's skincare line. If you see her, she's beautiful. She's ageless. She is just glowing and happy woman inside out, and she's making really great products. So we want to get her on the horn here and speak to her about it. Here we are. Christy, how are you?
I was in the waiting room, I thought, so was I supposed to be a little sooner? Am I good?
You are right on time, my friend.
Okay.
We were just talking you up. How
Monique.
are you?
I'm good. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms and you.
Yes, everyone.
Where
Yes.
are you staying? Where are you staying?
Hey, look.
Where are you staying? It looks like a great view from Vegas.
Yes, the Bellagio, darling. They gave me a little upgrade. So the water show is going to happen later, and I'm a little dim in lighting, but we're a road show right now, so here we are.
It's amazing. And I love being in Vegas. I had a home there, and I worked there too. I was an entertainment manager at one of the hotels, so hey, that's my second home.
That's right. That's right. You have your hand in a lot of things. So why don't you introduce yourself to the listeners and viewers in case for some reason they don't know who you are, and please tell us.
Okay. So my name is Christy Buss, and I'm a dancer, choreographer, entrepreneur. I've been in business 28 years with my own dance studio. I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri, and how I ever got to LA was in 1979. I won something on national TV called the All-American Girl, and they changed it over to the All-American Woman. If you were over 18, you couldn't use the word girl. So the All-American Woman, I won 2 TV contracts, and $50,000 at that time seemed so much money. I think it was at the time. And I came to LA. That's how I got here. So I did so much while I was here. It was very, very hard to just leave everything and come out here. But this is where I knew I wanted to be. I'm a dancer, I'm a performer. So LA was my dream come true when I won this contest. So it was crazy. I don't know how I won, but I won. And I think maybe just being natural and just a good-hearted human being versus some of those pageant kids, because that's who all was there. It's like all these beautiful, luxurious body women. And then there's little old me. But somehow I came through. I think they really enjoyed, because you had to do talent. We had 5 sports. I did gymnastics, and then there was disco dancing, and that's my game. So
Little Studio 54, huh?
Absolutely. I live inside like places like that. So I danced with a dance partner. We used to do contests all over the country, and so that helped me out with this contest because it was based on disco and sports and all kinds of fun things as an all-American, all-around person. So that's what got me here, Monique. And I was so—
I love it.
Yeah, and then—
I love that. Sorry, go ahead.
No. And then basically out here, busting out like—
Oh, yeah. I mean, just following your dreams there. And, Christy will come right back on, guys. But to her point, she just kind of got the inclination to do this contest, and she was good at it. She listened to what they were asking. She had the prerequisites, and she just got in there and did what she knew best, is what we've heard from her so far. And I just learned something new about Christy. I didn't know she was from St. Louis, and we were just shouting out St. Louis. So even more amazing people from St. Louis, Missouri. There is a lot of talent out in Missouri. Shout out to Missouri, guys. You guys are growing on me. And it's not too far from Chicago. So hopefully we can get Christy back on, Ronan, and we can finish that up and see what happens. Sometimes these connections are bad, guys, but we will be back in the studio soon. So some of these amazing guests that we have had some technical difficulties with in the past, I'm going to try to get them back in the studio so you can see them. The lighting's going to be great. The sound's going to be great. We'll be back at home. So stick with us on this show. And thank you again for everyone that supports the show, that supports me and believes in what we're doing here at the Startup. We really love startup businesses, and we love hearing their startup stories and their passion for startups, because I'm very passionate about it. I've been like this all my life. Since I was a little kid, selling ice creams and window washing with my neighbors and, hustling, as you will. And it was never a bad word. It was always a good thing. So, guys, while we're waiting for Christy to get her connection back, find her on Instagram, okay? Christy C Buss, B-U-S-S, and check out her skincare. She's a really lovely person, and like I said, it comes from the top. So if you're a good person, you're going to put good things in, and you're probably going to produce some really good things. So I want to support that right now. We need more good in the world right now. So tell me, guys, what you're thinking for the next half of this year. How do you see 2021 ending up? Are we opening all the way back up? Do you think that people are going to, begin to completely heal from this, and the energy, is it going to shift? Are businesses going to heal in the next 6 months? What's your forecast? What's your startup forecast? That's what I would like to know. I think that, we are chucking along. Being back here, I was here 2 months ago, and I was here a few months before that, shooting the Pandemic Project documentary and walking the streets of Vegas with one of my producers, and it was really, really, it was a ghost town. So I'm seeing signs of life, and here's a sign of life. Here's Christy again. Yay, Christy! We got you back, girlfriend.
Yeah, it just went out on me. So sorry.
Do not be sorry. We were just talking about having you back when we're in the studio, so we have proper internet and lighting, and we can see you. And you were sharing about how you got here, and I was just encouraging the listeners and the viewers to follow that intuition that it sounds like you followed when you saw the contest and you knew kind of in your heart that you could do it. What do you want to speak that like entrepreneurial intuition, and people are afraid to kind of trust that? Do you have any tips on how to lean into that?
Well, okay, so I'm really sorry that happened, but I've been so like ready to do this, and then, but anyway, when it comes to entrepreneur, okay, so my mom had started a dance studio in the 50s. Okay, so you know, women didn't do that, and it was really hard on my dad. So entrepreneurship was something that was embedded with me as my mom started her own dance studio, and we lived it. We lived there every day. Like that was what we did. And it was very hard on my father. So they had a really tough time because he was the breadwinner, right? And women just stayed at home and took care of their kids. So I learned so much. And my mom is very talented. And if you feel that you have what it takes to be an entrepreneur and go to the next level of what you want to do to have your own business or your own products or whatever, you have to dive in and do it. And that's what's different about what I'm doing now. Okay, so, you know, I was a dancer, choreographer, and I've been all over the world. I've done so many things, and I've been doing it for 28 years. So that I could do this business in my sleep, right? And when we did marketing and stuff like that, Monique, we went door to door and put little flyers that were plastic, and you put the thing and you slide it down. That was our marketing, right? We didn't, and I never even had a website. There was no such thing as a website until in the middle of having business. And so I'm like, I don't need a website. And they're like, yeah, you do. So then I had to create one, but you learn as you go and things change. So now I did that for so many years and I loved it, but I've been in this box of teaching kids, and I needed to let something else out of me that I really wanted to do. So as a new entrepreneur in this endeavor that I'm doing with my new skincare line is a big jump for me.
It is.
Yeah. So, I mean, seriously, I'm a very good business person, but when it comes to e-commerce or the new way to market, when you have to do Facebook ads and Google ads, I knew nothing. So yeah, it's not easy, but you got to jump in and try if that's what you want to do.
And that's really, I love that you touched on that, because it's okay to not be good at everything. It's okay to have areas, you're not going to be great at everything. I had to just tell myself that the other day. I'm like, look, Monique, you know, and you have to maximize your strengths and minimize your weaknesses, if you want to call them weaknesses, but you know, and so you hire people or you take seminars and classes and you dive in. And I really love that you honed in on your dancing skills, and now you're leaning into the skincare. Your skin does look really great. Why don't you talk us through your daily skin regimen and how you landed on what you put in your products now?
Okay, so, you know, I'm 62, right? And I took care of my body with my instrument, my dance, and I had to take care of that to be a dancer as long as I've been. And so I've learned to eat right, eat clean, you know, and that's then again what you need to do to take care of your skin. So about maybe 4 years ago, I was introduced to a very dear friend that I have now, and she is an entrepreneur herself at 30 years old and owns 3 med spas. And I was so intrigued by that because I had my own show. I had my own show, Ageless Ambitions, and yes. I had guests from Laker players to, you know, very, very interesting and just wow, like somebody that wanted to commit suicide. He put a gun to his head and it went off, but he didn't die. That's the leveling that I had these shows to, the ageless ambition, the ambition to know that you want to be around to be better at every day. we get in our age group, right? And it's like, we have so much life in front of us. We have to still want more because we can have more. But so the show was about just what's your backstory and how you get where you're going at this time. So this woman was just truly amazing to me, and I was very intrigued by how much she knew, and I wanted to learn more. So I was down there and I learned stuff. I went to her own demonstrations on how you take care of your skin, and I'm like, I want to do this. I want to have my own line. And there's so many lines out there, so many lines, but you never know what's in a lot of those that are the best of the best in terms of the name, right? And I wanted to have the best of the best of the ingredients, right? And a high level delivery that it's going to go in there. And it is all natural. It has, no artificial anything, no parabens and all that. But the chemicals in that are not in there. And that's what really is not good for our skin. So I just made sure none of that was there. On the organic side, that's another story. So I have a natural line, but the organic side is a great to have, but it takes almost a year for it to deliver the way our skincare works, right? The medical grade, high level, high delivery that happens immediately. And that's the difference in my line versus a true all the way organic line. I mean, you're going to get some results, but it's going to take a lot longer because this is the level.
High grade. Okay. And so that makes sense though, Christy, because, like you said, you eat clean, and that was your first step to getting here and kind of building your passion. But it doesn't make sense to not follow through on that. If you're going to eat clean, your skin is your largest organ, everybody. So it's sucking in anything that's on you, around you. So I like that you've followed through with it being, truly organic and high grade. You said pharmaceutical grade, right?
Pharmaceutical grade. So it's all natural, right? It does have a preservative, so that's why it can't be organic, right? But the thing is, it's natural preservatives because I have fruit in there. I have papaya, I have grapefruit, I have, many great, beautiful ingredients that need a little bit of shelf space, right? So it is a natural, no chemical, but that's the difference. So that the organic doesn't last. This will stay on the shelf a little bit, but the ingredients are still so pure, right? And that's what I wanted to make sure, because I do eat organic, I do eat clean. So I needed that balance of something that worked, right? But not just natural. So that's what made me drive to these particular ingredients in all the products.
So I'm excited for the next chapter of your brand because it sounds like you're doing some revamping.
Yes.
And although it's really beautiful now, I think you're going to really knock it out of the park here. Can you give us a little?
Yeah, I'll tell you why. You already brought it up. We have our weaknesses and we have our strengths, right? So my first website, I allow people that I know as my friends and people around that say, hey, I want to do, they all want to do something for you. And so I had somebody do my website, and, it's beautiful, but it doesn't drive to the website, right? It's not an e-commerce based website. So I had friends tell me, and they introduced me to somebody that just blew my top off, right? And he's like, I want to take this brand, I want to take it to a level that you will just not even imagine, right? That's where I felt like, okay, this brand is bigger than me. It's bigger than my name, and then it's bigger than anything that I could ever do on my scale of thinking, right? So I had this person come in, and we're rebranding June 1st. It's going to have a good launch, soft launch, and anybody watching today that wants to know about it and send me any information, you guys can get that later, but they'll get 15% off that nobody else will get. With that said, it's going to be, I'm so excited. It has nothing to do with me, right? But I'm going to reach to that brand. I'm going to level up to that brand that they've created for me.
This is great. This I can feel your. We've spent some time together recently, and I can feel your enthusiasm there, and I can see it from your body language. I'm jazzed for you.
The pack. I mean, it's going to be like butter. It's so amazing. and what they created as a campaign. There's nothing like, and you know, as I've been waiting for this, and like you, I sent you products. I sent out all my products to, you know, I used to be a Ram cheerleader, and because I'm not going to use these bottling, right? It's all new bottling, all name change and everything, and it's just a bigger scale, bigger than me, right? And
you.
Yeah, and so with that, I'm letting all my friends just have a kit, right, and use it. And I have not gotten one. Only amazing. They are so overwhelmed, and I can't believe it, because I want to hear somebody say, "Yeah, it's okay," but nobody's doing that. Everybody just loves this line so much. It's making me so proud that I did this. I'm serious.
I love your lip gloss, by the way. I can't get enough of your CBD lip balm. Oh my God. And it's hydrating because you're talking and you've got the mask and and it just soothes and cools my lips. And
it's got olive oil, it's got CBD, and it just really just relaxes those lips and just becomes this, like, I don't know. It's like,
it's like not too oily. It doesn't stick like a Vaseline. It's just, it melts into your fibers or your pores.
Everybody loves that. Everybody loves that. I mean, I can't even tell you. The shade is really good. It's a tinted primer. Some people think it's a foundation. No, it's just a primer, right? Yeah, that one. And it's got the UVA rays that block, and it's up to 30%. And it's just like a pearl essence of beauty. Some people don't even need their foundation from that, but it does just put a really nice shade of just, protection on you. It's amazing. I'm so excited.
I like it. I like it because I put a little on today. I had a microdermabrasion yesterday, and it was perfect to just put a little layer on.
And it doesn't make skin tight.
All right, you guys.
No, it doesn't.
Christy, we're having technical issues, but I want you to just say real quick your Instagram. We're gonna have you back on. Will you come into the studio when we open back up?
Yeah.
I think we've got to give you another hour. Give you justice here.
That's okay. Whatever you want. I'm sorry that I went out. It's Christy C Bus.
Right.
So that's my thing. The name's coming out June 1st. Inbox me if you're interested, because I want to do something special for your listeners and the people that watch you. And Monique, I'm so happy for you. You've done so much, and you're out there trying to bustle and hustle and just do your thing. And I'm so proud of your new, documentary coming out. So, we're all hustlers here. We're women in power that's going to just create this empowerment of more things of us to, look out for the future.
Yes, thank you for that. That means a lot coming from you. I have the utmost respect for your work acumen and you as a human. I think you're amazing. And guys, follow Christy C Bus on Instagram. Check her out. We're losing her here, but we're gonna have her back in the studio, and we're gonna get great internet this time. And as always, guys, I ask you this every week: what will you start up today? We'll see you next week. See you soon, Christy. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks, Monique.
Bye, love.
Mwah.
You're listening to The Startup with Monique LeRae, only on LA Talk Radio.